One of my favorite authors and speakers of all time is Zig Ziglar. It's a classic. He has so many things that he said, and I love some of the quotes that he said. So what I want to do today is I'm going to take 7 of his quotes, and I'm going to put the real estate spin on them and how you can apply them to your real estate business. You know what, I'm at a place now with my age where I can remember putting cassette tapes in and listening to Zig Ziglar, listening to that motivation that he said, those things that he said, those little pearls, those little nuggets of wisdom that he would drop on me at a time when I really needed them. And so what I want to do today is I want to take some of those very quotes that he utilized, and I want to take those and apply them to our real estate business, because there are so many lessons that we can apply here that can take your business to the next level. The first one is this: you don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. Listen, it's so easy in our business to get caught up in wanting to get everything perfect, wanting to make sure that every video is perfect before we post it out there. Social media things are perfect. Or maybe we're at a place where we just want to make sure that we can answer every single question before we go. I have to tell you that in order to get to a place where you're great in this business, you have to start. You have to make mistakes. You have to skin your knees, so to speak. You have to get out there and get active and get in a way that you're not afraid of making mistakes. If you're going to be great in this business, you got to start. Number 2 is if you aim at nothing, you'll hit it every time. Listen, there is always something that we should be shooting for. What is it for you? How many calls on a daily basis are you trying to achieve? If you aren't tracking that, then how do you know if you've had a good day or not? How many times do you want to have listing appointments this month? If you aren't looking for a certain number of listing appointments each month, you don't know whether it's been a good month or a bad month. Are you looking to see how many transactions you want to have each and every day? The number of conversations you want to have. You see, when we track things, when we begin to inspect things, we can expect those things to grow. You see, if you don't have goals set up on a daily basis, on a monthly basis, on an annual basis, and have a direction you're heading in, you don't know if you're heading in that direction. So as he says, if you don't have those goals, you really don't know whether you're doing right or whether you're just drifting along and nothing's happening in your business. Number 3 is you can have everything you want in life if you'll just help enough other people get what they want in life. This is my favorite quote of all time. This is really the foundational quote for my entire life. I believe it with all my heart. I've seen it time and time again, that when I get out of my own way and I focus on what is it that other people want and need, every single time I get everything that I want. So what is it for those buyers and sellers? They want product information. They want to know what's going on in the market. They want to know on houses that have sold like theirs, so and how does that affect their value? They want to know if there's trends or things that are changing. They want to see things and understand what's going on. If you can identify what it is that your ideal client needs and provide that to a bunch of those folks, I promise you're going to get everything that you want. Number 4 is remember that failure is an event, not a person. The part about this business that's the most difficult is that it is a roller coaster. There are going to be times where you're going to be disappointed. You're going to have a friend that is actually going to list their house with someone else. You're going to have that one that comes in and that appraisal's low and you just can't seem to make it happen. You're going to have that buyer that you've had to put 30 different offers in before you get them under contract, and you aren't sure whether you're ever going to be able to get them under contract. You see, this business beats you up sometimes emotionally. What you have to understand is that on a daily basis, when you have those stumbling blocks, it's not you, it's the business. You are moving in the right direction. You see, when events happen, understand they're just events. They're bumps along the road. It's not about you, it's about these events. And every single time that I've been in this business and I've had the most friction or I've had the most trouble getting through and having a breakthrough, on the other side of that breakthrough is where the big results happened. Keep pushing forward and understand that success is right around the corner. Number 5, you can change who you are and what you are by changing what goes into your mind. I love this quote because I believe it with all my heart. Listen, what we see, what we're going to see out here, we're first going to see it in here. What is it that you're feeding your mind? What is it that you're listening to on a daily basis as far as training materials or motivation or encouragement? Or who are the people that you're surrounding yourself with? You see, what we feed our mind is what we end up seeing on the outside. Number 6 is there is no traffic jam on the extra mile. I have agents that come to me all the time and they're like, it just seems like there's so many agents, there's so much competition. Let me say this, there's not a lot of competition when you take your business to the next level. Are you making more phone calls than anybody else? Are you going the extra mile for your clients by providing service and giving them details about things that no one else is giving them? You see, when you go the extra mile, it's amazing how all of a sudden the clutter begins to fall away. All of a sudden it begins to be like it's just you and a few people. When we look at this business, it truly is that when you give more, you get more. Number 7 is success is the maximum utilization of the abilities you have. What can happen sometimes in this business is that we begin to judge ourselves based on what other people are doing. You know, we may be at a place where we're really good at a certain thing and other people are good at another thing, and we're like, gosh, I wish I was better at that. I wish I was better on video. I wish I was better at showing property. I wish I was better at cold calling. Whatever it is, you have to play to your strengths and to your abilities. When you're maximizing those abilities that you have, success is right around the corner. Think of it this way. If you're out there and you know that you're giving the best effort you can with everything you've got, you're making sure that you're servicing people the best way you possibly can, and you know you're outworking anybody else you know, I promise you, success is right around the corner, even if you aren't seeing it yet. Keep moving forward and you'll find exactly what you've been looking for. If you've never heard of Zig Ziglar, or it's been a little while, I would encourage you to go back and look at those classics. Every single time I go in there, I hear something different, even if I heard something 50 times. Every single time I listen to him speak, I get feeling a little bit more excited about myself and my business. I get more excited about the opportunities that are ahead of me. Make sure that you're taking advantage of every single opportunity you have, and by going back and reviewing some of those Zig Ziglar tapes from way back when, I promise it's going to help move your business forward. I hope this has been helpful, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for watching the video. I specifically chose the video below for you because it builds on the one you just watched. I hope it's helpful, and I'll talk to you soon.